Be with you here shortly, TikTok.
It's up.
Preservation of capital is more important than making money. And you want to lock in your trades, and you also want to protect your downside at the same time.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of AmericanDreamTrading.com's live futures education and training broadcast. This is a free outreach to all the social media outlets as an outreach from AmericanDreamTrading.com, which was created by, is owned by, founded by, incorporated by, run by Chad Christian, who we call Coach. And why do we call him Coach? Because he helps us navigate the muddy waters of everything investing, such as stock options, crypto, futures, day trading, swing trading, long-term investing, dividend reinvesting, covered calls, cash cure puts. Hey, you name it, if it exists to be invested in. Coach educates us on how to do those things. And we're glad that you can be here today. My name is Mark McSee. I'm one of the 20 moderators here at AmericanDreamTrading.com. And we're glad you could spend your day with us. If you do me a favor, if this is your first time here today, make sure that you click subscribe. Also, share this live feed if you would. Click that share button. Only takes a second. Share us out with your friends so that they can learn more about what we do here. Hey, Vegan Trader, good to see you out there on our live YouTube feed. Welcome. Hey, Vegan Knowledge, just so you know, you're my favorite. Just so I let you know. Hey, Darn Cricket, Joey, Doug, everybody over there on the TikToks. Speaking of TikTok, you will see it's not the ideal view of my screen. It's literally, I have my iPad pointed at my screen. Drives me insane. I cannot stand this view. I don't like watching other people's feeds do the same thing. We are trying to resolve the issue between our streaming service and its connection to TikTok. So until or if that is resolved, this will be the view you get and the audio, which is iPad sitting right next to me. So it is what it is. I would highly suggest, if you want the full screen view that you're normally used to seeing and superior audio, head on over to our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. Join them, find folks over there, and you'll get the full screen experience. But if not, you're welcome to stay where you're at. And hopefully we can resolve this issue. Anyway, glad you could be here today. Today is Thursday. Actually, this is the last day of the New York Stock Exchange being open this week. Tomorrow is Good Friday, the Easter holiday weekend. So the markets will be closed tomorrow. Futures do trade tomorrow. Crypto and futures will still trade as normal tomorrow. Futures will have some reduced hours as long as some of these things are open that you can available to trade. You may also experience increased margins. I don't know for sure since we'll have to see tomorrow. However, we are not going to be broadcasting any of our broadcasts, and that includes Coach's live 9 to 11 broadcast, this futures broadcast from 2 to 4, nor will the aftermarket show with our lovely and gracious and sultry voice Dawn at 5 p.m. on our aftermarket show over on YouTube. So we will be taking the day off from our live broadcast. That doesn't mean you still can't trade futures tomorrow. If you want to trade tomorrow, make sure you do. Futures markets will be open. So, but we will not be broadcasting so that our members and our moderators can spend time with their families, take a chance, take some time to recharge the batteries, if you would say, and just have a good time for this weekend. And I hope you have plans for this weekend and you have a great time, however you choose to celebrate that. So we're glad you could be here today. Boy, if you missed the live feed this morning, even though Coach took the day off, I was filling in for him. He popped in and had a crazy sale going on. He gave away, well, he did basically give it away, Diamond Lifetime memberships for $5,000. It was a flash sale, a one and done, never will happen again type of thing. So it was pretty exciting. We had all kinds of people jumping all over that. It was an exciting half hour, basically. The coach all opened the doors for that, for an Easter sale, if you want to call it that. It was a flash sale. Those don't happen very often. It was one of them kind of things you had to be there to take advantage of it. So if you weren't there watching Coach's live, which I was the one that was there, but it's still Coach's program there at that time, you missed out on the deal of the lifetime. That was our Diamond membership, which is our all-inclusive membership. Includes every lifetime membership to stock options, crypto, and futures. You still can pick that up for our promotion is still going on. Let me share that with you here real quick. I know I've covered this. What's that? Oh, yes, I'm going to cover that. Doug has posted the direct links to these promos that will take you right to our website where WAP will process that for you. So you have, right here is our current promo. It's still going on until these are sold out. There is a limited amount of each one of these, and once they're sold out, you won't be able to get them anymore. and or Coach just decides to discontinue this. He hasn't even implied about pulling it down yet, but there is a limited quantity, so once them are sold, that's it. Diamond Lifetime, that's all inclusive of every membership, stock options, crypto, and futures. All the mentorship, all the gold breakout rooms, all the workshop classes, access to everything we've ever created, all instantly unlocked for those Diamond members. It also includes any future programs that we would release, any special offers or all that is at no additional cost. This is a pay one time and be done. Never, ever, ever have to pay again. The Diamond Lifetime right now, you can get it for $10,000, one-time payment, never pay again. Or during the promotion, we will offer to you in 2 payments of $5,000 each. So that is the price. So if you just look down below the ones below it, if you would buy Lifetimes, which there's the VIP Gold Complete, that's $8,000 right there alone. Futures Lifetime is $4,000 alone, right? There's 12 grand right there. Mentorship program, that's $6,000 a year. You start doing the math, adding all these things up, this is still a bargain at any price. Normally it's around 20, but I can tell you right now, if you bought every one of our memberships and the other programs that are involved that you can buy a la carte, this is over $50,000 value versus buying them individually. And this is obviously not going to last long, right? So, and that's today's value. That doesn't include anything else we release. Actually, Coach was in here today hanging out with us for a little bit in the futures market and gave us a heads up on something, a new product that's about to be released here sometime in the very near future. Everybody was excited about it. He didn't say what the price was going to be yet, but it's not going to be inexpensive. Let's put it that way. So we're kind of excited. He gave us a little peek of the next released product. So, and that does include all the other little things that we're currently working on, which I am privy to some of those things, but not everything. So, as a moderator. So anyway, this is our promos here. Get them. For those of you on TikTok, again, if you want to see the whole view, you need to go over to YouTube. Or you can go to www.americandreamtrading.com. Go over to them W's, AmericanDreamTrading.com. Grab our free Discord. All that information is also inside there and on our website. When you get to our website, scroll down, grab that free Discord, and the membership things will also be in there. Doug is so graciously, our moderator, Doug, one of the three moderators here that helps keep this thing running in the futures. There's Ange and Doug and I are the moderators inside futures. I just happen to be the face on the camera. I said put the guy with the voice for radio on camera. That didn't make much sense. Anyway, that's what we did. And those links are over there on YouTube. You can click a direct link. Now, even if you're not interested in a membership today, you will notice the very last link that Doug has posted there. You can win $1,000 of what? Cold, hard cash. All right? So you can head on over there and check that out if you like cash, right? Money in your pocket. Now, all that is it takes you to our website, of course, and that's that Gleam sweepstakes program that you see on every website from time to time. And basically all it does to get one entry, you go visit our YouTube page. Get another entry, visit our, our website. And there's like 10 different things you can do there. It's basically visiting what it asks you to do. Every time you do whatever ones you want to participate, you can do all 10 or just do the ones you want to do, right? And for every one of those 10 things you do, you will receive an entry. So you can get up to 10 entries the first day. And then every day after that, there's an opportunity to get one entry for every day thereafter. So the beauty of that is you don't even have to be a member of AmericanDreamTrading.com. Just by being here today, you can enter that by just clicking that link over there on our YouTube live chat as you see it right now. So those of you on TikTok, slide on over there. You click that and enter for your chance to win $1,000 cold, hard cash. Now, the beauty of it is everyone is eligible to enter that, okay? Because it's a totally random drawing. Nobody at American Dream Trading will even be picking the winner. That Gleam software does that automatically for you. Once Coach says we're done with this, he'll push a button and that Gleam software will automatically pick somebody totally at random. Just imagine you could have walked in here for the first time today and never come back and find out you just won $1,000. Pretty amazing, right? So the only ones that are not eligible, okay, this is the disclaimer. You're not eligible if you're not a resident of the United States of America. Everybody else is. You must live in the United States to win that prize. And if you live in Canada, that means you're not eligible. So anyway, get these promos. Now, if you're going to do these payment plans on these special promo, be aware, especially if you're going to do the payment plan, that's 2 equal payments. You'll pay this month and you'll pay the same time next month. If you fail to make that second payment, your membership will be canceled and no refunds issued. So if you choose to do that, please make sure you complete the process there, right? Or you can just make one payment of the total amount if you want to be one and done. So anyway, that's the promos we got going on. You can find that more information at our website, AmericanDreamTrading.com. Scroll down about halfway down the page there, and you'll be able to see that, all of that and more by just visiting our website. All right. Well, I'm glad you all could be here. Make sure you click subscribe, share, like, and over there on YouTube, make sure you click that thumbs up. It helps our algorithm, gets the word out to more people. Anyway, my watch keeps vibrating. And we got one of them smart washers, dryer things. It keeps telling me every time the wash is done. I don't care. Anyway, enough about me. I'm glad you could be here today. If you have any questions concerning futures trading, or education, feel free to type them right down there in your social media chat box, and we will do our best to answer your question as time allows during this broadcast. We'll also maybe do some live training, do some demonstrations. I have my TradingView software, charting software up here. I can hook my broker, which is Webull in this case. I can link my Webull to my TradingView, and I can conduct live trades right within this TradingView software. It's not associated with American Dream Trading at all. You can go to tradingview.com if you want to take a look at that. But I do have my paper trading account. I never trade with my real money while I am sharing my screen and talking to other people, because you have to be laser focused to conduct your trades. And by talking to you fine folks and looking at 5 different screens and answering your questions, that's the recipe for financial disaster. You must be laser focused whenever you are trading. One of our paid members, Mountain Dad, you got a question or comment there, Mountain Dad?
Yes, new to futures, so just trying to get set up on TradingView, and curious what subscriptions and maybe what stocks you might recommend watching just for a new futures trader, and then also what subscriptions I need for those, the data subscriptions.
Okay, well, first of all, for TradingView, you really only need the very base plan. What do they call it? Essentials or something? I forget the name they call it. Been a while since
I think
I've
that's
been.
right. Yeah.
It's the base plan. The least expensive one is all you need
Okay.
to run Coach's indicators. I would suggest you just go ahead and start with that. If you want to add more to things to your chart, it's going to be limited on what you can do. So, but I would start there anyway. You can upgrade and downgrade anytime with TradingView. That's a great thing about them. They got great customer service. Matter of fact, you don't even have to talk to anybody. You just go over here and on your icon here and click, and your whole account settings are here, and you can go in here and change what plans you want, right?
They've got massive Easter sales going on.
Yes,
right
now there is an Easter sale going on. Let me slide this down here. This is what you'd see whenever you sign in, right? The essential plan, that's what it's called. Right now, there's a sale going on for $12.95, I guess it is. Is that the end? That's the annually is $155. And you can go clear up to. This ain't the sale prices, are they? I don't think they are.
No, those are the standard prices.
That's a standard price. Yeah, they have a sale going on. It's like 200 and something for the premium. I have the premium just because I want to be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it. Plus, I share my screen because I'm a moderator, so I tend to play around with screens more. So I can't do that on the essential. But the essential is all you need to get started their base plan. Again, this is not associated with American Dream Trading in any manner. It's just one of the most worldwide used charting softwares that you can link certain brokers to. Now, you're not going to be able to link your Fidelity account or any of that kind of thing. But Webull, which is a lot of us use as a broker, you can link that, plus a lot more of the popular ones. Go to their website for more information. That would be tradingview.com. They do have an Easter sale going on. As far as live data packages, are you with Webull, Mountain Man?
Yes.
Okay, it's the easiest way to do that is you use your cell phone app, the Webull app on your cell phone, and you go into the menu there and you dig around a little bit. You'll see market data. It'll probably be towards the bottom of that window. You want the CME data group, okay? There's a level 1 and a level 2. Right now, I believe, and don't hold me to this, there's a promo going on. It was covered till the end of the year. I don't know if that one's still going on, but I think they do give it, once you fund your account, they will give it to you for free for at least 3 months. I got it free now. So when I first joined, once I funded my account, I got 3 months of L2 data. That's like $40 a month, okay? Plus whatever.
Nice.
It's 38 plus tax. It's just called 40. If you're not an L1 trader and you don't really, or an L2 and you don't really understand how to use the L2, all you really need is the CME level 1 data plan. Don't buy any packages, buy just that data plan, and that'll run you like $11 a month, and that will just give you one line of L1 data. It will look something. Let me show you. I can show you what that looks like.
The key there is that you won't be trading on delayed data.
Right. So this is what your order book will look like. It's just one line, but that gives you live data for live trading, okay, and paper trading. So But you'll have to go there and see. I don't know what promotion, if that's still going on. I know once your account's funded, they was giving it to you for free for 3 months. They ran a promotion. Well, I actually got the 3 months, and then they turned around and said, "Oh, we're going to give it to all those people till the end of the year for free." So I'm not even paying for that right now. So that's a good deal there. So that's all you need. Technically, all you need is L1 to do live trading. So
Okay.
so if you're not a master of the L2 and trading with it, then don't waste your money yet, right? Stick with the L1. That'll let you trade till you learn how to use an L2, right? I use it to make money all the time, so it's well worth it. I mean, I used it strictly for today, and I made 5 digits profits in 45 minutes using it exclusively. So
Awesome.
Master scalper.
yeah, scalping, watching the L2 for my levels and walls and things like that. So
once you subscribe to data in Webull, you don't need to subscribe to data from TradingView.
no,
Okay.
no, you do not. It'll hook right into your. There's a way you connect that together. Once you get there, let us know. We'll help you with that. And there's training videos on that. As a paid member, we have videos that can educate you, and that's one of the things we cover in there.
Nice.
Doug made a video
Awesome.
here, just a couple weeks ago on that, right? That very thing.
Yeah, there's a couple of different versions of that talking about stops and how to link and do all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Okay, great. Yeah, I think I'm thinking through some percentage of the training videos, but I guess I just didn't get to that one yet. So
yeah, it's one of the more recent ones. Maybe 3 or 4
Great.
videos from the bottom. I don't know. All right, good. So that's how you do that. So anybody there out on our social media got a question, feel free to type it into your box and we'll ask it. Your questions make this show more interesting. At least I hope they do. Plus, if you got something you want to know, we'll answer it. Long as you're respectful. Respect not only the host of the show with your questions and comments, but also respect the other ones in that chat room. If you can't do that, we will do what we got to do. So please be respectful in all manners amongst the people inside the chat and outside. Thank you. Let's see, what do we got going up here? Joey, good to see you. Thank you, everybody, for sharing the videos and follows. We appreciate that. NVAX support, please. Well, that's a stock, right? NVAX. We are focusing.
I looked at it.
Huh?
I looked at it. It's sitting at VWAP and the volume's kind of dumpy, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't be in that.
Yeah.
If I were
This, just so you know, I will answer stock questions. And I'll answer just about any question you ask to a point. But we are focusing on futures trading here, not stock trading. So, yeah, I mean, it ain't nothing to go up here and pull up a chart, right? NVAX, I've heard of it. I'm familiar with it, right? I might even have lines on it. I don't know. Have I traded this one? I may not have traded it. Yeah, look, I even got lines on my chart. Look at that up there. Yeah, it's just kind of hanging flat. It's trying to stair step. If it stays above the 9 EMA, it's tradable, right? The problem is we're running out of time for the day, right? The holiday weekend is upon us. The markets are closed tomorrow, so people will be probably collecting profits, taking their ball and going home, right? So be careful. I'm not going to comment whether it's a good or a bad company. That's for you to decide. It's an established company. There's no doubt about that. So do your own research on that. Right. If I ever looked into definitive Nomad Ask, I have no clue what that is. I don't know what definitive stock is. I'm clueless on what you're trying to ask there, Nomad. To do day trading, Russell asked over on our TikTok live, to do day trading, do you have to have a certain amount invested before you can? No and yes. Do you want to do it the right way or the wrong way? That would be my question to you there, Russell, over on TikTok. Do you want to do it the intelligent way, the safer way? Well, that would be, you don't need any funding at all for that. Yeah, I know. I knew. Yeah, I was just answering my own question there. It was a smart aleck question. The smart way would be get educated and know how to do that before you even think about trading, right? You need education. 90 to 95% of day traders fail in the first 1 to 2 years. That's not a statistic I'm making up. Feel free to Google it. You'll find multiple scientific studies that have been conducted in that. And the problem with being a day trader, it is a very lonely profession. You're sitting in a room, either your bedroom or like me in the basement, trading by yourself. Who do you ask a question to when you have an issue? When you get stuck in a trade and don't know how to get out, well, who do you ask? You know, how do you learn new things, right? Who do you ask questions to? So that's why a lot of people fail. Well, most only 5 to 10% succeed. That's the scary part, right? So here at American Dream Trading, we solve a lot of those problems for you. We're not a call out group. We don't tell you what to buy, what to sell. We're an education and training company. We want to help educate you first before you even think about day trading or any kind of trading, as far as that goes, so that you will develop a skill that nobody can take away from you. Is it easy? Of course not. Statistics prove that it's not easy. But we have a coach who has over 33 years experience in the market. We have qualified moderators who also have experience. Okay. We have members in our group that are experienced. So we have a very diverse community of members here, thousands and thousands of members. We're probably one of the largest, not maybe by numbers, but we're one of the largest in the online world here as far as trading. We're going to educate you, give you that skill over time. You'll learn things and build upon them so that you can do what I'm doing. I do this full time. I've done this full time for 2 years. This is my third year. My third year started in January. So I got 2 years plus under my belt, right? Of actually trading. Been highly successful at it. Does that mean you will be? Absolutely not. What leads to success? Showing up every day, listening to the sound of Coach's voice, listening to the moderators on Coach's voice and they're training you, right? And listening, taking notes, listening, taking notes, listening, taking notes. Doesn't cost you a dime in a funded account to do that, right? You can watch these lives for free, but I can assure you this is only the tip of the iceberg. There's only so much we can tell you in a 2-hour free thing, right? And it's not our intention to do this free like this, right? We want to, convince you that you see enough here that, hey, these guys might know what they're talking about. Maybe you ought to check out one of their memberships and get full-time training. Our Diamond and our VIP Gold memberships get up to 12 hours of live Zoom call training every single day, starting at 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's just one of the benefits. So you can open up your mic and ask a question anytime. And ask questions. We have a live Zoom chat that's built into the Zoom program that you can even type in your questions like you do here if that's the way you want to do it. But you have access to that live Zoom call 12 hours a day minimum. So plus classes and special events and things that we have to help build your education up. So listen, take notes, when some of these things start gelling and making sense, because it's information overload, quite frankly. Especially when you're hearing things that you're not used to hearing, right? Your brain gets fried and turns into mush, right? Literally. Until you start understanding things, right? And then start asking questions. Hey, I know a little bit about this, but what about that kind of thing? Build upon principle. And over time, things will make sense, start making sense to you. So once you get a little bit comfortable with the education part, then you might consider paper trading for a while, which is what you see on my screen. I mean, I live trade here too. But you can clearly, TikTok can't see it, but YouTube can. At the bottom of my screen, it clearly shows I'm in paper trade mode. I can trade in real time, enter at the real price, sell at the real price with using fake money, right? You can trade $1 million if you want. Doesn't prove anything, but the purpose of that is so that you learn and understand how to use your broker software, whether you're using TradingView or Webull or TOS or all the other ones that are out there. You have to master the software you're using to trade. You have to know how to get in and out of a trade without any doubt. Just with 2 clicks, you're in and out. You don't even have to think about it because markets move like that, right? They're just bang, bang, bang sometimes. So you have to be able to master that. And that's the whole purpose of paper trading. It isn't there to prove that I can make $20,000 in fake money. Whoopee ding, right? I mean, if you can do that, it's showing you're starting to learn something, but that's not the purpose. Paper trading is there to teach you how to use the software. So then once you progress and do that for a while, and as your education builds and you can combine the two together, then you can learn how to start making successful trades, paper trading, right? Again, you haven't spent a dime trading yet. You weren't making money trading and learning or trading futures yesterday, so don't be in a rush to think you're going to start making money tomorrow. This is not a get rich quick scheme. If anything, it's a get rich fast or get broke fast type of thing. If you do not know what you're doing, I will guarantee you, you will blow up your account and be done, and you'll be, woe is me, I just couldn't get it. This is too hard. It's really not. It's not hard. It's the hardest, most satisfying thing you'll ever do in your life, right? It's all on you to click the mouse to get in. It's all on you to click the mouse to get out. When you make money, it's the most satisfying thing you'll probably ever do. My members watched me trade live today during our live training session here in futures, and what was that, 45 minutes, if it was that long, right? I made 5 digits income in 45 minutes. So it's there now. Again, now my account's not a starter account now either, but I did start out with a $700 account and built that up over the days, weeks, and months to now where I'm able to trade larger amounts. And I have the experience too, right? I've built up and learned over time how to do what I'm doing. So, and that all came from my education that I received from Coach. Anything that you hear come out of my pie hole here on these live socials, 100% of it came from Coach. This is where I learned all these things at AmericanDreamTrading.com, right? I didn't just walk in here already educated. I did never day traded a day in my life. It's never too late to learn either. I'll be 63 here this year, right? I started day trading when I was 60. So, it's never too late to learn. If you want something bad enough, you'll put into work to do it. I feel I did do that, right? And it shows. It took a while, but it shows over time, right? I showed up every day, listened to the sound of Coach's voice, listened to the sounds of the moderators' voices that were teaching. And over time, I developed these skills. And I was actually very successful for my first year and have been ever since. I've never looked back. So you can do this, but you got to want to do it. You got to put in a sweat equity. You got to put in the pain of learning, right? There is pain involved. When you lose money, your body's going to feel that pain, right? So, I have red trades every day. I lose money in a trade every day. It's not all rainbows and unicorns in trading. You will lose money, but you have to make sure those losses are less than your gains. That's all there is to it, right? So, but that's a skill. It is literally a skill. It is a trade that you would, that you'll develop over time. Tyrick says over there on TikTok, he almost threw up losing 4,000. Yeah. Well, I lost $8,000 in one trade, and I was curled up in a ball for about 3 days. It about wrecked me mentally. Would I be upset losing that much now? Yes. The other day I had a $7,000 loss on one little trade, and I jumped right back in, made all that money and more back. So that's how you progress over time. And that's one of the things you learn. That's not something you can teach. We can educate you on the psychology of trading, which is actually the hardest thing, dealing with yourself. It's all on you. If you fail, it's your fault, right? Somebody else's fault. If you enter in wrong and make poor decisions, that's on you, right? So your wins and losses, you are now a business owner. The success of your business, which is day trading, that's all on you, right? So, yep, and everybody struggles with that. So it's finding a balance and everything. He says he struggles with greed, right? That leads to what? Over trading, right? And then once you start over trading, now you're not making logical decisions on your trade, trying to jump back in. And that's correct. That's called revenge trading, right? I lose. Now I'm going to I got to get that back. I got to get that back. My wife finds out I'm in big trouble. I got to get that money back, right? That's called revenge trading. That's the quickest way to wreck your account. So there's a lot to this. It's on the surface, it sounds like all you're doing is clicking a mouse and you're getting rich and driving Lamborghinis and flying to Paris for lunch and, traveling the world like all these TikTokers want you to believe, right? I guess I'm a TikToker, ain't I? I'm on TikTok. Does that make me a TikToker? So anyway, I'm not doing this independently. do AM with AmericanDreamTrading.com. I'm a moderator. So the question is, how much do you need to learn to become a day trader? It's showing up every day. Way down the road, then you can fund an account and actually start doing tiny, tiny trades, little by little. And then as you build up your account, you'll make more money. And then you add to your account, and you can start building up, doing bigger trades on down the road. It's a long, slow process if you want to do it right. Does everybody that joins American Dream Trading, are they successful? Absolutely not. We have people come in here and blow up their accounts in the first week or month. Why? Because they don't want to listen to the coach's voice. Oh, I got me some money. I got me an approved account. I know how to click a mouse. I'm going to be driving a Lambo by the end of the week. Doesn't work that way, folks. Right? It's not how it is. That's just not reality. So we do have American Dream Trading members actually blow up their accounts and go away, and we never hear from them again. And why is that? Because they didn't change anything by not even, they've been better off not to spend the money on a membership because they didn't listen. They don't want to absorb and come in with an empty cup and listen to the sound of coach's voices. He's got one voice. And follow his rules. Coach has 7 or 8 basic rules you must follow. And those rules are not for making money. They're there to preserve your account. If you don't want to follow those rules, you will wreck your account. That I will guarantee. We can't guarantee your success, but I can guarantee your failure, 100% guarantee that you will fail if you do not follow coach's rules that preserves your capital. How do I know? Because every time I break one of them rules, I lose money. So the only guarantee I can give you by being a member of American Dream Trading is a 100% guarantee that if you do not follow coach's rules, you will fail. How do I know? Because I've experienced it myself. I've watched other people crash and burn, going rogue, doing things on their own. I can ask any one of we currently have, 33 members live in this Zoom call now. Even this late of the day, there's still 33 people in this Zoom call. I would guarantee you, with 100% confidence, every one of them has lost money because they broke coach's rules. I'm not saying they bankrupted themselves, but by not following coach's rules, they lose money every single time. And my members, anybody want to just confirm or deny that? You want to open your mics?
Big
Yes,
one.
sir.
Confirmation from me.
Absolutely.
Right?
100%.
There you go.
Yep, absolutely.
There's 4.
Every time.
There's 5.
And the simple rules too.
They are simple.
Simple.
Simple. Did you say
Silly
they're
how
simple?
simple they are.
Well,
It's all greed and patience.
yeah, it's called. Well, did you know the coach? Obviously, I've been talking about coach's rules, so he must have rules, right? I'm glad you asked. What are coach's rules? Well, let me share that with you. Hang on.
For our members, you won't hear it in the Zoom call, and for TikTok, you likely won't hear much of it. So just watch the words on the screen, please.
Here we go. I'll slide that over so you can see. You should hear the sound of the video for my live Zoom members if I've resolved this issue. Here we go. We're going to try it.
Nope.
Some of the rules. Okay, somebody. Perfect question. You're asking the right questions. I like it already. I'm new here. What are the rules? That's what I'm talking about. So again, right? Some of the most basic rules so I can help you guys. Think about this. Stop losses on each and every trade. What does that do? Keeps you from losing your accounts, right? Not hard. Paper trade only when you're a new trader. It makes sure you're not blowing up your accounts. You're not obviously ready for this. Am I right? Think about it. Every rule I have is not make money. It's keep your money. Don't trade in the first 3 minutes or the last 8 minutes of the day. It's the hardest time of the day. I've been doing this 33 years. It's very hard. I get chopped up all the time when I'm like, ooh, it looks good. Oh, it looks good. Oh, I'm going to do it again. Oh, stop. I'm doing it to protect you, right? If you're a new trader, don't trade in the first 30 minutes because it is the most volatile, right? Until we get the shift change when volume comes in again at 10 o'clock. Because why? The very beginning is like this. Yo, 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 yo. typically after the first 30 minutes, it will try to decide, which way do I want to go today? I'm avoiding you getting wrecked, right? Last hour of the day is power hour, high volume, hedge fund managers, making the things happen, trying to get markets to move the way that they want. I'm telling you to stay out of it. So if you're like, well, I keep getting burned up, why are you doing it? Right? Journal. It's for your own mental strength so that you can see what you are doing on a daily, consistent basis. That's all it is for. Did I trade it right or did I trade it wrong? What should I have done? What could I do better? That is what it's for, right? It's your homework every day. You guys can go back and review your trades and go over your journal and what should I have done right there and why did that not work out? It will help you, right? You're strengthening your brain and you're getting rid of your own stuff. Small position sizes. I say that because usually when you go in too large, your emotions take over. You're not trading robotically. You're not trading the trades. You'll end up blowing up your accounts, right? That's when we make a lot of mental mistakes. Is all the difference was we're going in too big. Let the runners run and stop out the losers. Again, notice the stop part is the most important. Stop out the losers so you don't continue to lose money. If you find yourself in these bleed out sessions, oh, well, I hope. Oh, it's going to come back. Oh, we'll see. Oh, it's coming down to support. Oh, it broke that support. Maybe this next, oh, stop. Draw a line in the sand. Use the stop. And then when you guys go green, right? You're like, oh, I'm up 100. I'm taking that. That's my daily. That's what I told myself. That's what I told myself. If I can make 100, I'm going to take that. It could have turned into 2,000. Why are you taking 100? Let the runners run. I notice I never said take all the runners off the table. Never said that. I've never said that in my life. We use the shedding technique. We collect as it goes. We take off as it goes because that way we are guaranteeing locking in realized profits. Remember, nothing is realized until you actually click, right, the sell button. All these rules are in place, ladies and gentlemen. They're there to help you. If you can't do these very basic things we talk about, right, how are you going to advance? Stop saying, woe is me. Stop saying, I don't get it. Stop saying, I'm not a good trader. I guess I'm never going to get it. Yeah. Because you can't follow my basic rules. They're there for a reason. Again, follow the freaking rules, right? And listen, I know when I get on you guys, I don't get to sell anything and I don't get to make any money. And it's just, I don't care. I need you guys to understand so that you guys can get ahead in life. This is what we're doing this for, right? So when I'm in this mode, right? And again, like, oh, I'm not listening to any of this. You need to listen to all this. This is where the secret sauce, this is the golden nuggets, not the coach, just call out that runner. That isn't going to do you any good, right? It doesn't matter. There's 8 million people in this room. We could call out stuff all day long. You could just hear us shouting stuff. That isn't going to help anybody. If you don't know what to do with it, what good does it matter if one is up or one is down? That means nothing to anybody. If you don't know how to handle it, you might get lucky and catch a momentum and you're like, oh, I'm a great trader. And you just keep getting out a million times. It's because it's been going in the same direction all damn day, right? Can you duplicate it? Can you recreate the process every day consistently? This is all about consistency, okay? Write in that journal you're not writing in while you're not finding success. If you look in the mirror and go, I'm not finding success, did you follow all the rules? I would bet you did not. Am I right? How many of us in here that have continued to fail at this are not following the rules? And every time you follow the rules, you find success. And then you don't follow the rules and you get emotional and then you don't. Anybody show of hands? Is that anybody in here?
Yep, I'm right there, coach.
There it is.
That's what you're saying.
Yep. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
In the past.
Yep.
Sure is.
Now listen, hey, I do it all the time. We're human. I understand. But again, My job is to make sure that you guys are putting your best foot forward and doing the job. I still make mistakes. I still live trade and make mistakes. I still do stupid human things. But my job is to try to help correct you, right? I understand you guys will slip up. I get it. We're human. I understand. Nobody's perfect. I understand. But what I want every single day is so you go, you know what, today I'm going to try. Today I'm going to try to do that. That's all I can ask, right? Of anybody on any team, anywhere. I put them out there. I put the rules in place. You guys can follow it. We can either win the game or not. So today, are you going to win the game and follow the rules? Or are you going to go by your own playbook, fail again, wake up tomorrow and go, I'm going to start again? How about you start this today? How about right now is the time? How about right now? I challenge all of you. Don't you dare quit on yourself. Invest in yourself. Invest in the time that you need. You're not going to get it in a month. Learn, learn, learn. Stop trading and start training. I need all of you on point. I want everybody to be successful. I would love to have more success stories, more millionaires, more people retiring, right? I would love that. We love those success stories. If you're in the beginning, I would love for it to be able to pay for your groceries, right? Or you made enough to pay that phone bill. You got new tires on your car. You paid down some debt. You were able to get some Christmas that you wanted, right? All of those things, all right? We're all in different places, but I need you guys focused and I need you committed. I need everybody in the room to commit. Is everybody in this room going to commit?
Yes, sir.
Do it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Promise.
We can do it. We can do it together. Start today. I don't want no excuses. I don't want to hear nothing other than, yes, I did that.
There we go. I thought I'd throw that other video in there. Kind of did that at the last minute. That was made by one of our moderators, one of our creative talents, Dawn, who runs the Aftermarket Show, 5 p.m. daily on our YouTube channel. She's very creative in creating videos. That's one of her newer ones she just created. So I thought you were the first ones to publicly see this, and hope you like that one. You know, Coach is there. He really does want to see you succeed, just like I do. So those are other thousands of members that we have in our community. We want to see everybody succeed. It's not going to happen. We know that, right? People refuse to listen, follow the coach's rules that we just played for you. Did any of those 8 rules, 7 rules sound hard to follow? But yet we break them every day. And if you cannot follow those rules, live them, have them wrote down in front of you, right? You will fail. That's the only guarantee that we can offer you here at American Dream Trading. Don't follow coach's rules, 100% guaranteed to fail. And we don't want that for you. So TikTok, again, this is not an ideal view. If you want to actually hear that video, you have to go to YouTube. You can go watch it, the replay upon conclusion of this live broadcast, if you like. I thought Don did a fantastic job with that video, and I wanted you guys to see that. Unfortunately, all you got to see was the subtitles over here on TikTok. All right. So again, head on over there to the YouTube channels, get a subscription. If TikTok goes down, you got to have a backup, right? YouTube, for those of you over there, go over to TikTok or Facebook or wherever, get an alternate account, because YouTube can go down. It does happen. All right, let's see here real quick. Let me rescan up here through the questions we'll go TikTok first here. Right, got back. Yes, revenge. Okay. Yep, the markets are pulling now, right? It's coming up on a power hour, right? There's a break and a hold there, right? You can enter that trade. I'll just do it while I'm talking, which is not a way to do it. There you go. There you go. Enter the trade for the win, right? Right there. Ooh, I got 20 contracts. I didn't change that. Anyway, I didn't realize I still had 20 contracts in there. Anyway, that's okay. We'll let it run. It's not real money anyway. This is a paper trading account. So, okay. So yes, let's see. Doug answered it. Is day trading considered capital gains? Yes, it is. However, futures trading is taxed a little bit different than stocks or stock options. It's a 60-40 split, long-term gains, short-term gains. So there is some tax advantages to trading futures versus some other things. But yes, you make money, you're going to pay taxes on it. That's how it works in this world. Taxes and death, right? Yeah, garden, yep, should have followed coach's rules, right? You learned the hard way, didn't you? Yep. Make sure you don't lose more than 5%. Actually, it's 1 to 3% here at American Dream Trade. Never lose 1 to 3% of your total account any single day. If you hit that 3% max, you must stop trading for the day. Can we make you stop? No, we cannot. But if you don't, you'll find that your account is going to get wrecked. We don't want you to do that. Adjust my little view here a little bit. There we go. You can see what's going on. Anyway, sorry, that must have bumped my monitor there, my iPad. Difference between options and shares, that's a big question there. Stocks, you actually own part of the company. You have a ownership of the company when you buy any shares in a company. That's the stock, and you are now an owner. Options, you're just buying it for dimes on the dollar for a short period of time. You don't actually own the company. You're just in there to do that. Considerably different degrees of risk. Well, how do I have to think of a good nickname for Doug? Well, I got all kinds of nicknames for Doug, but I'm not allowed to say them here on the live feed there, bucko. I got all kinds of them. We won't go there.
I'm not worried about it. I got big shoulders. Go ahead.
I know. Well, that's a good idea. Well, maybe we'll post that in the membership lounge there and see what nicknames we can get Doug. I'm sure we can get about 50 of them in probably about 30 seconds.
I'll bet.
We do have fun. I mean, we have fun trading stocks. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're dead serious about making money. If you had been in the pre-market this morning when the volume completely died and nothing was moving, yeah, we tend to go down rabbit holes we probably shouldn't sometimes in our discussions, and we have to reel it back in from time to time. But we have a good time, and we all generally get along. Does that mean we don't have arguments and disagreements? No, it doesn't mean that at all. Get more than 2 people in a room, you're going to have a disagreement eventually. I don't care how much you like each other or love each other. You don't believe me? Go get married. Right? All right, let's head on over there to the YouTubes. Again, Doug has the links to all those. He'll post them later on before the day is over just to make sure you see them. But all right, there's who we got. Oh, there's Scalping Strategy. He's back as always. What's the minimum amount to deposit in a Webull account to trade E-minis or micros? It takes $500 to open a Webull futures account. The more you put in there, to a limit. You don't need to come in with a fistful of money, but 500 is kind of pushing it. You can trade during the day with that. Nighttime trading, not as much. You have to have a lot more margin to trade after hours. In other words, after 4:15 through the next morning at 9 o'clock, you are in after hours margin rates, which are considerably higher. But during the day, 9 to 4:15, they're at normal rates. You can go to Webull.com. It will show you the prices of those things. Or if you're a paid member, we even have a cheat sheet for you. It's right here. Let me hold it up here. Here, I'll hold it up for the TikTokers. Look at that. See? A nice little cheat sheet I keep beside me here. I'll hold it up there for you guys, right? There's a little thing, handy dandy reference chart. Basically, I just got that information, compiled it all one handy reference sheet. Nothing special about it. It's just an Excel spreadsheet that we made and printed out for our members to make their life a little easy, save you from going to 2 different places to find the answer that you want. Okay, so yes, it takes 500 minimum to open. I did 700 personally. Ange, I know, started with 500. I can't tell you what some of the other members started with. I just know what Ange started because she told us. And I'm telling you what I opened mine with, which was 700, but that was for a reason, because I wanted to be able to trade 1 micro of crude oil in the evening. So that's why I did that. 1 crude micro contract MCL costs $572 at night with Webull. Other brokers may be more, they may be less, but that's what Webull is margin requirement for that at night, and then, so that's what I wanted to trade. As far as what you trade at night, it doesn't matter, right? It's what you can afford to trade in your margin. I'm sorry, who was it that asked that question earlier? I didn't answer that part. It's whatever you like. Paper trade, look around, see what you want. I just happen to do oil. I like the way it moved at the time. So yes, you have to check any individual broker. You have to see, there's some brokers don't have a minimum amount required to open an account. You just have to send them something, which is fine and dandy. It sounds good on the surface, but you still have to have X amount of dollars available in your margin account to be able to trade one contract, right? So if the contract's, $300 and they say, well, you can open an account with $50. Well, that's fine and dandy, but you ain't going to trade that $300 contract with $50. So it just doesn't happen. So you got to know what it is you like to trade. But the one thing you shouldn't do is come in here and throw $20,000, $30,000 into account. That's just silly. You don't need to do that. Put the minimum amount in. That way there's only so much money you can risk losing, right? And as you get more successful over time, you'll build your own account up and you won't even have to worry about putting additional money in there. That's the way you should do it. Paper trade, and then start trading one micro. Does it suck trading one micro? You better believe it does. Making $5 here, $8 there, $10, whatever, right? But that's how you build your account. That's how I built mine from 700 to where it's at today. So, anyhow, all right. So what else we got? Doug answered some more of that specific questions, and you can go to Weebles.com's website. That information's all publicly posted on their website, as every other broker posts their margin requirements. Chicken Nugget 19 watching, hit the like buttons, please. Oh, 19 watching, but there's only how many we got over there? Yeah, make sure you hit that thumbs up button over there on YouTube. Thanks, Chicken Nugget, for that. Scalping says, I have no more pain losing money because I lost so much I was numb. That hopefully with the proper education, there's scalping strategy. I know you're eager to become a member. As long as you take your time and come in with an empty cup and listen to the sound of Coach's voice, you'll never repeat that again.
He said Sunday.
Oh, really? Congratulations.
I'm holding him to it.
All right. Well, whatever, right? You don't need to have a funded account to come in here. You're coming in for the education, right?
Right.
That's what you're coming for. You got the rest of your life to fund an account. You are coming in to counteract the bad things you said, education that you got, right? So come in with an open cup. We will be very excited to see you. You've been very faithful in showing up here every day, and we're glad that you like what you see. Yeah, I get upset losing money. Let's see. What else we got? Biggest issue is entry. Yeah, entry is key to profits. We will help you, educate you on some trading strategies for proper entries. And I've probably shared a lot of them here on these lives, right? John over there on TikTok, is there a nano Bitcoin symbol on TradingView? Yes, there is. It's BIT. I will show you. I'll type it in live for you right now. BIT. As you can see, that's nano Bitcoin futures. Coinbase is what you want, right? And there you go. And right there's your nano Bitcoin futures. See how that works? See, easy. Yes, Webull does allow you to trade Bitcoin and nano Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think that's about it for right now. They don't have a whole list. Is this the new, Alex says, is that the new 3.0? No, these are the 2.0. Like Doug explained in there, it's in its final testing phases. Scalping strategy says the main issue is conspiracy. I love spell check. Actually, I found out you can turn that part of it off. So you can right click sometimes, undo that spell checking. Spy, what's the name? What's with the insane, whatever. ES, that would be what we would trade here in futures is ES, which is the Standard & Poor 500. Look at that beautiful drop. Well, wait a minute. Wasn't I just in a trade? What trade was I in? I got a trade somewhere. Let me look down here. I entered that trade and it must have stopped me out. I didn't pay attention to it. I didn't manage the trade against paper. Too concerned about it. Yeah, that's a beautiful break and hold to the downside. I use the coach's break and hold strategy. Once it breaks down and ride that puppy down. Once it breaks and holds, get in that trade. Right now it's approaching the MA 200 in VWAP. If that don't bounce, it is going down, right? So, I could probably make a play to the upside here on this bottom bounce, right? We'll see here. Where am I stop? Didn't I put in a stop? Oh, I didn't put a stop loss in. That's bad. As soon as this fills, I'll be able to. Oh, here it is down here. Never mind, I did. Thought I didn't program one there for a minute. If this breaks below this VWAP, if this breaks through the 200 and the VWAP, I'm going to make sure I get stopped out. I'm looking for a bounce. All right. Do I suggest doing it the way I just did it? No. But I'm going to see here. I'm going to see if it will bounce. If not, I'm going to exit the trade. If this breaks and hold below that, I'm going to be losing some serious money. But I'm playing on the long side for a bottom bounce. We'll see what happens. If it does, I'll get out of the trade, take what I can grab. We'll see what happens here. Huh. Look at that mark. Look at that Mark McSee. What is going on? I got in a little too early. I should have got in a little lower, but we'll see if this bounces or not. If this candle does not bounce, I am out of this trade. Because if it goes another candle, that's consolidation. That's not a double bottom bounce. So if this candle does not continue upward, I got to rip the Band-Aid off. It's just all there is to it. It's not looking too good for good old Mark here for popping up. This is not bouncing like it should have. So I'm going to give it a second just in case. I'm already waiting too long. I'm ripping the Band-Aid off, right? That did not bounce like it should. And if it happens to go up now, oh well. I just ripped the Band-Aid and got out of that trade. Did I get out too soon? Well, time will tell. But it didn't act the way it should. So it did not bounce. It's going to consolidate right there. So I got out of it. How do I know that? Well, training that I received at AmericanDreamTrading.com and experience. Experience adds a lot, right? Oh, let's see. Now I got Brandon over there on YouTube live chat. They're Doug giving you nicknames. Okay. Do I never add more money after you're good at trading? Nope, not at all. I haven't added a dime to my account.
Guillermo, come on.
Come on. I don't even know what that reference is.
Tattoo? I have a couple.
Oh, yeah, whatever. No, I don't add money. I build my account up. If you cannot manage $500, you're not going to manage 5,000 or 50,000. If you can't make dimes and dollars, you'll never make hundreds and thousands of dollars. It's all the same trade. Whether you're making $1.25 a trade or whether you're making $1,125, you still trade to trade. So, no, I didn't short that. I longed it, seeing if it would bounce. Well, it is now, but it wasn't real true double bottom bounce. It actually formed an extra candle. It's going up. It may go back up, but it's not. I don't consider that. A true bottom bounce would be your candle would come down, stop, and the next one, this one would have took off. It hung around there too long, so I got out. Did I short it? I don't know. I thought I longed it. Whatever. No, I added nothing to my account. I took my account from $700, and then now it's in multiple 5 digits. And I do pull my money out. I pull my earnings out. That's what I do. I keep a minimum amount that I feel I want to use to trade with so that I can make bigger trades. But no, I've never added. That's the satisfaction I get. I started with 700 and build it up $5, $7, $10, occasional 10 or 20 per trade, trading micros one at a time. And once my account built up, I doubled it. So instead of making $10 a trade, I was making $20. And then once my account built up more over the next few weeks, I was able to trade 3 micros. So now instead of 10, I was making 30. Worked my way up. I was doing 5 micros. So instead of making 10, I was making 50 in the same movement. So, or if I was making 20, I'm now making, 100, right? So that's how you build your account, little by little. If you cannot manage to trade 1 micro and make money consistently, you're not going to do any better throwing $10,000 in there. That's just the simple. It's you don't trade it any differently. You click to enter a trade, you click to exit a trade. It's that simple, right? In theory. learning how to do that is the skill, right? And that's what we want to give you is the skill. You do not want to come in here. That's why we tell you don't even fund an account. We don't want you to fund an account. We want you to come in, train more, trade less. The problem
Just
is
lost
people
TikTok.
they want to run right after they come out of the womb. It's not going to happen. I used the example here recently. Have you ever seen an 8-year-old win an Olympic gold medal in gymnastics? No, never. It's not going to happen, right? So why? Because they're not ready. They're still an infant, basically, right? They got to grow and mature physically. They got to grow and mature in their skills. And that doesn't happen overnight. If it did, then we'd have a lot of 8-year-olds win an Olympic gold medal in gymnastics, wouldn't we? Doesn't happen. They put in 10 years or more, right? Training before they, and then hopefully they're good enough compared to the rest of the world to be able to go and compete, right? So
TikTok
why
went
would
down.
you be any different? Go ahead, Doug.
TikTok went down.
Come on. I hate this thing.
I know, right?
I just looked at it. Frustrating. Why they can't be like everybody else. All right. I should always give a warning about that, huh? TikTok, I may not see the screen, the puzzle that you got to slide over, and you may get kicked off. Come back. They'll figure it out. Anyway, yeah, so get the education first. Be patient. You're not going to win an Olympic gold medal first day in the gate. It may take you months. It may take you 6 months. It may take you a year. It may take you 2 years, whatever it takes. And I'm speaking to you, Scalping Strategy. I know you're asking the question, but you've been there, done that, right? All right, this is your redeeming chance to redeem yourself by taking your time, right? And doing it the right way. I can assure you, if you will listen to the sound, coach's voice, listen to, understand, and follow coach's rules, in the long run, you'll find success. Am I guaranteeing your success? Absolutely not. I can absolutely guarantee you your 100% failure. That's the only thing I can guarantee you if you do not follow coach's rules. So we're looking forward to working with you. That'll be great. And really, you're about to work on the testimony of your future self. Can you imagine the testimony you'll be able to give there, Scalp, if you end up turning successful after all these years of following other things? Can you imagine the power behind that statement? So you just have to see it. We want you to do it right. You've already told us publicly that you did it wrong, right? So now's your chance to do it the right way. Get the education first. Learn to walk before you learn how to run a marathon. So anyhow, there is no try, there is must, right? Or what's he say? What's Yoda say? There is no try, there is do. So be patient, buddy. Be patient. All right. That's all there is to it. Sorry about that, TikTok. If you've been with me more than 2 days, you'll understand I don't forget to check that little puzzle thing you got to verify. Anytime I lose this feed, just wait a second and I'll come back. TikTok makes you have to verify you're still live. And I haven't yet to figure out if it doesn't seem to be time-based. Because the one time it was under an hour, and then the other day it was like an hour and 15 minutes. So I don't know what their formula is. You'd think if you just touch the screen or something, maybe that is a trick. I don't know. I'll need to Google that, right? Seeing how I was a TikToker now, right? I'm a TikToker on TikTok. So anyhow, all right, good. What are we doing? Did I enter that trade or was I just talking? I don't even remember. See, this is why I don't trade with real money. I entered that trade and clicked off of it, forgot all about it, right? This is why I will never trade with real money, why I'm talking to you fine folks, right? Too much distractions going, oh boy, look at it. What the euro's going up? This late? Well, it trades tomorrow. So I guess they don't care tomorrow's a holiday, I guess, at this point. And it's even in power hours having a nice little climb. That is unusual there. Last hour of the day, it usually drops off. Not up or down, just the volume. I'm talking about. So I did gold today, right? So copper went flat. Hey, look, your NVAX is still climbing. Whoever asked about that on TikTok earlier, if you're still here. Well, look at that trade. That's a pretty good trade, little trade there, ain't it? I mean, he asked about it down here. It was a VWAP, right? The thing's gone up 7 cents a share already. So, but we're talking about futures and everything futures
Hey,
related.
Mark,
Yes, sir.
Steve McCullum over on YouTube
You scared me there
is
for a minute. I
wondering
thought it
what
was
we
somebody I
get.
knew. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, is wondering what you get with a futures membership. Do you get one-on-one training? What kind of details? So on and so forth.
Wow, good question. Is there an email?
Mhm.
Well, we do have a customer support email, but that ain't really how you want to do it. Best way is to ask a question here live. Oh, wait, you just did that, right? Well, you can go to our website. There is a comparison chart that shows what you are on our Discord, a free Discord, which you can get by going to our AmericanDreamTrading.com website and get in there. There's a comparison chart. What do you get? Well, number one, you get education. That's the key. We start training and trading at 8:30 every morning, Monday through Friday, from 8:30 to 4. Okay, we do these live broadcasts. There's training videos in there, training documents in there, among other things. You join our live Zoom call where you can ask a question anytime you want. Again, the training is not anything different than I just described, right? Overall, we want you to come in and listen and learn, right? Take notes, listen and learn, take notes, right? Ask questions. Don't fund an account. So you can ask questions at any time by going into our Discord. It's free. Go over to American Dream Trading, scroll down, join our free Discord. You'll need our Discord anyway once you become a member, if you decide to become a member. But you can join the Discord for free. That gets you instant access to our stock lounge where you can interact with other members, right? You can ask questions in the stock lounge. You can even fill out a help desk ticket. And you can compare memberships within that there too. Or you can go to our website. If you click on the membership things, there's actually one page that lists everything all on one page, and you can look at all the different memberships. Futures is a standalone membership. That's all we do here is futures. We don't trade stocks or stock options or crypto. It's purely a standalone futures membership, unlike the VIP Gold Complete, where they do stock options and all that stuff. So you also get once a week, you get a newsletter that covers everything that's coming up in the next week around all the world markets. You get an economic calendar that tells you what's going to happen, economic releases by all the major governments around the world that may affect the futures trading. Not only is it on a day-to-day basis, but it tells you even exactly what time of the day that's going to happen so that you can prepare for that. Also has articles on each of the sectors inside of the futures trading, metals and energy and agriculture and indices and yada, yada, yada. So there'll be articles pertaining to that. It's usually about a 40-pager. Usually our members get that free every week. They also get inside our Discord. That unlocks channels in there once you become a paid member. That's exclusive to the futures membership and members, right? That you get in there, and there's training videos and documents in there also. And also within there, you'll find we have a live futures chat channel. We use that for when we're actively trading, among other things. I mean, we do that in our live Zoom. We trade live in our Zoom too. But like after hours, when we don't have our Zoom live, we'll discuss our trades in there live, real time. We're not in there telling each other to buy gold and sell gold, that kind of thing. It's more for alerting each other, hey, gold might be moving, or hey, the S&P ES is dropping right now. And again, it's not an inducement to buy. It says, hey, you might want to take a look at this, right? It may be good, it may not. You have to evaluate all the trades yourself. You can ask the moderators questions at any time. We have a help desk there that you can go to and fill out help desk, ask questions that way. Also, we have three full-time monitors. We have 3 full-time moderators inside our trading. Doug, Ange, and myself are the moderators within American Dream Trading's future program currently. And we have a wide range of experience, and we have traders that just have never traded a day in their life that are in this program to very experienced Matter of fact, we have a member whose name is Futures Trader. That's his Discord name. Why? I wonder why. He's probably got more experience than all of us put together. Well, I know he does. He's got more experience than all of us put together, right? And just different resources that we have there. Our community is very diverse. So, is there strategies you use based on my indicators? Well, yeah, kind of. I use them to make decisions, right? We don't just teach. There's multiple strategies that coach teaches. One of them is the 2-minute EWO strategy. There's scalping. There's channel trading. There's break and hold above or below the 9. I mean, we do use these indicators to help make a better educated decision on when to enter and exit a trade. But as you can see on this is Coach's 2.0 indicator that you get it with your paid membership. It only works in TradingView. So you also have to have a subscription to TradingView, which has nothing to do with American Dream Trading. It's an independent charting software. But this indicator integrates by a Pine script. It's programmed. It's a computer script that runs within this. It does nowhere in here does it tell me to buy or sell, but I know when to buy and sell by using Coach's indicators, right? Depending on what investment strategy I'm using. If things are flat, I might want to scalp. If things are going long, I might want to use this 2-minute EWO strategy using the Elliott wave oscillator, which is also built into this, right? And there's a volume indicator and all these. So yes, and then I draw my own lines, historical lines on there on top of that, right? Historical pricing lines. And we teach you how to do all those things, how to chart and all that stuff. But it's still ultimately up to you to evaluate what you see on your chart and decide when to enter and exit a trade. There's nothing here that says buy and sell that you can see, but I can tell you where to buy and sell by looking at any chart, right? Because I know how to use Coach's indicators. I know what they mean, and I know how they work in relationship to each other along with my levels on my chart, right? Or if I'm going to use 2-minute EWO strategy, that's a 2 different way. If I'm a swing trade, that's a different strategy, right? So there's all kinds of them. Coach and us, we will teach you all those different things, and it's up to you to decide. Some people love the scalp, and that's all they do. Some people do only the 2-minute EWO, or people will use every one. It just depends, right? So, if you want to get a good idea, since you are on our YouTube channel, if you haven't noticed it yet there, Steve, there's over 2,000 free training videos right there on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. If you haven't seen those, head on over there. If you get into the category tab there, it breaks them down by like 2-minute EWO, by kind of like title subject. Go in there. I suggest you start with the 2-minute EWO strategy. Take a look at that, right? And you'll get a feel for how Coach talks and teaches and everything. Everything comes out of my pie hole. I learned from Coach. I'm not going rogue and teaching you anything different that Coach hasn't taught us. So I think you'll like what you see. We do have, like say, our memberships. You can do it monthly, quarterly, annually, semi-annually. Right now, we have the Futures Lifetime membership for $4,000. Pay once, never pay again. It's $2,500 a year annually if you buy the membership. So you can see for less than the cost of 2 years, you can get a lifetime subscription that nobody can take away from you. So, and you can make that in 2 payments of $2,000 each during our promo. So anyhow, check that out. Got any more questions? Let us know. Get the free Discord. That's a start. You can go in there and ask questions all day long, right? We'll try to answer it. Somebody will answer your questions, or you can come here and ask. I'll answer any question you got if I'm capable of answering it. All right. So, but yeah, the trading strategy is based on it's situational, really. If I decide I want to use the 2-minute EWO trading strategy, then I got to wait for it to show up. I'm not a patient person, I got to wait for it to develop and all that. So, I'll scalp. I'll tell you the 2-minute EWO. I'll do the break the hold below the 9 and any of the other strategies that Coach has taught us over time. So you have to be flexible in that regards. You get into channel trading where it's only trading in a normal, little tiny area, like, ping pongs up, goes down, bounces off, goes up, bounces down, right? Back and forth. You have to employ a little bit different trading strategies for that. So, all right. Chris asked, can you ask a question about Top Step? I've looked into it, never did it. However, our moderator, Doug, who just said, sure thing, how can I help? He has personal experience with that. We're not in any, he does answer your question, we're not endorsing it or saying it's good or bad, but he can answer questions. He's got some pretty good experience with that. So feel free to ask, Chris. Just type your question in there. If you're going to ask, do I prop trade firm? Absolutely not. I don't want anything to do with it personally. That's me. I'd rather trade my own money with my own rules without being restricted in any way. They do serve a purpose, though, whether you can do it or not. So, yeah, go ahead, Chris. Ask your questions away. Doug will answer it. I'm not qualified to answer that question, but Doug sure is. Just the different kinds of diverse skills that we have within AmericanDreamTrading.com. Speaking of AmericanDreamTrading.com, let me go ahead and play this little 5-minute infomercial that shows all the things that we have available here at American Dream. It highlights some of our membership packages. Now, it won't mention the Diamond because that's the newest one we have, but this will give you a good overview of what you can expect from AmericanDreamTrading.com. I will start playing this here now.
So if you guys are interested in joining us, head on over to AmericanDreamTrading.com. You guys can sign up for a free Discord or one of our paid memberships. Our first paid membership that we have is our regular premium membership. With that, you guys will get access to our Zoom. Inside of our Zoom, you will have a live open microphone. You will get live training and trading starting at around 8:45 until market close every day at 4 p.m. when the market is open. You guys will also receive the hot stock pick, the pre-market setup, where we go over strategic levels of certain key different stocks throughout the day you can use, and also at the opening of the bell. As a regular paid member, you'll also get the IPO Center, so any new and exciting IPOs that come out, you will get them first. Plus, all the videos on demand. We have around 11 videos to help you get started on your journey with us here at American Dream Trading. They'll go over things like day trading, swing trading, covered calls, cash secured puts, the wheel option strategy, our 2-minute EWO strategy that I have designed and developed from being in the stock market over 33 years. When you're ready to step it up, you can join our VIP membership. By the way, the premium membership starts at $200 a month. The VIP membership starts at $500 a month. With the VIP membership, you guys will get access to early training and trading starting at 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's 12 hours of access to us with some of our self-made millionaires, mentors. And then you'll get training with me starting around 8 o'clock every single day. You guys will get the VIP lounge, all the workshop classes. We put on a workshop class once per month. You will get all of the previous workshop classes and any future workshop classes as long as you're a paid member. You'll also get all the VIP training videos. We have over 50 beginner and advanced videos to help your journey. We also have the TradingView indicators. These are an overlay indicator system that goes on top of TradingView. It will require a subscription, which is about $15 a month. This is my 2-minute EWO strategy. You guys can use this with stock, options, futures, and crypto. If you're a VIP member and you want to step it up to our highest level that we have right now, which is VIP Gold, you can do that for an additional $250 a month. Now, with all of our services, you can buy monthly, quarterly, semi-quarterly, or annual, and sometimes we have lifetime deals on these, so make sure you guys are watching for deals. With the VIP Gold, you guys are going to get all the mastermind classes for free, and we have another one coming up. I will let you know when that is coming. You'll also get 1 hour of tech support where we can remote in and look at your systems and help you get set up with your charts, etc. This is not a one-on-one, but this is to help you get started if you need it. We also have weekend training every Saturday at 11 a.m. If you guys have busy lives and schedules and your jobs, right, are always in the way of you trying to get training, well, we have weekend training. We also have the VIP Gold Lounge access, the VIP Gold Priority Help Desk support. We have our news service where we're giving daily and weekly outlooks of the news. We also have breakout rooms every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. with our other self-made millionaires and mentors. So make sure you guys check that out. Everything inside of the VIP room is recorded. So all of these sessions are recorded for you, including all the training that I had mentioned before. You can catch all of this in the replays only for VIP Gold members. So if you have busy lives, everything is recorded for you. Of course, we have other things inside of the VIP Gold, like the 90-day challenge, the debt-free challenge, where we're helping you to become debt-free, and our brand new in beta live Apple chat, where you guys can watch one of our moderators, David over there, live trade Apple with the 2-minute EWO strategy that I have designed and developed. He has made currently at this time, as of December 2024, he is over $320,000 in profits that he has made using this strategy over the last 2 years. We also have our brand new futures membership. You guys will start getting training for futures from noon to 4 p.m. every day, and all the training videos, terminology, everything you need to get started in futures with our futures membership. With the futures membership, you guys also get the trading view indicators. So those are only available to VIP and futures members. Some of our a la carte services you guys can get. You can get a one-on-one with a moderator. We have all of our training videos, like the mastermind classes, how to grow a small account part 1 and 2 when it's released, but you guys can buy those from our website. You guys can also get inside of our mentorship program. Our mentorship program is $500 a month. You will sit with me every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern for an hour in a small, intimate group where we can go over larger items or just get you kickstarted, right? Can be IRAs, 401ks, SEP, anything you guys want to talk about, swing trading, day trading, right? Anything that you guys want to get inside of that room. It's just like having a one-on-one with me every single week. And again, those are all of our products and services you guys can get at any time by going to AmericanDreamTrading.com.
And there you go. There's a little bit about AmericanDreamTrading.com. Again, TikTok, if you wanted to see those things, you'll have to go over to our YouTube channel. You can watch it on the replay also. All right. I guess Chris Cruz left. He didn't want to ask a question about TikTok. Well, let me refresh my screen just to make sure I'm up to date here, right? Anyhow. All right. Let's see. Any other questions over here on YouTube? Oh, well, let's play around here a little bit. Let's do some live trading. Why don't we? All right. Let me see if we can find something we want to trade. Do I want to jump into this ES trade here? Not quite yet. Why? Well, it only takes me a second to figure that out. I got VWAP. I got the 200 MA. And the two strongest indicators there is are sitting right there on top of each other together. Now, if it breaks and holds above that, you better believe I'd like to enter it. As you can see, it's rejecting off VWAP right now. So do I want to trade to the upside on that? Nope, not at all. And it's just kind of a garbage right here anyway. How about the NQ? I bet it looks the same. Yeah, pretty close, right? Can I trade to the upside? If this breaks and holds above the 9, I can consider it, but I won't, because right there's the 200 MA, right there's VWAP. I'll wait. You can make a few dollars there, but that's just a little tight. Ain't no sense risking that. Same thing with the Russell 2000 index. That's the small cap. Now, this one here is a little bit better shape. However, a play to the upside is not not quite set up the way I'd like to see it. They're kind of inverted right now. They're trying to cross over. Again, there's the 200 MA, which is your second strongest indicator. These are still flipped to the downside. They're still indicating a downside. So I'll wait and see. Can I make a down play on that? Yeah, I could. What about currency? No, I'm not going to play currencies, not this time of day, just because the volume drops. Doesn't mean you can't make any money. I just want to see some volume. Volumes is the gas on the fire. It moves the thing. Same way with energy. Crude oil, you can see it's just kind of hanging out. Same way with metals, but I'll look at them anyway. There's oil, you can see, or gold. Candles they're broke down here. Can I make a play to the downside? Yeah, if this breaks and holds a candle down here, yeah, I can make a play down. It would probably be a slow, painful process because the volume also drops on the metals. But yeah, that's got potential. I mean, it would have to break and hold up above here for me to play it to the upside. To the downside, it's just got to break this line here, which in effect will put it down at this regression channel, and I will be ready to make a play on that to the downside if it would do that. Again, volume really drops off pretty heavy here in the second half of the day, but honestly, gold's volume has been pretty consistent here. Since 2 o'clock, it hasn't really dropped off. That's kind of unusual. Will I make a play to the? Can I make a play to the upside? Yeah, I can if it breaks and holds above this 9. I can make a quick scalp to the upside, right? Take a look at that. We'll see if it breaks and holds or not. What do we got wall wise? Really not until 27.4. 27.4 is right up here at the 21. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait a little bit. I'm gonna wait see if it gets up through the 21. Because I already got a natural sell order there, right at the 21. So I'm gonna wait and see if it, even though, well, to break and hold, that candle will be up in here anyway, if it's a normal size candle. What about copper? No, definitely not copper. Copper, you got to have volume to play copper, and then also you need best to wait for a breakout. Look how choppy a mess that is. And there's no volume. See how all these, there's no hardly any candles there, here and there. So, am I going to play that? No. So, oops, what the heck did I just close? Let's click the wrong button. Anyway, copper is a definite no. It must have been silver. It closed. Gold is a possible play here as soon as it breaks and holds above this 9. If it does, let's see. The problem is I got right here. See this mess here? There's a level here. Even though I don't have a line drawn there, I can put one there just to give you a visual. It's going to really need to break and hold above this level because you have this little minor double top. See how these candles stop there, touch that line, and rejected. Can I make some money there? Yeah, I can, especially trading 20 contracts. So I'm going to see what this candle here is going to do. If it's going to show, this is the break. This is your break and hold candle, your confirmation candles. You can see it's a doji candle, which means they don't know what they're doing. It's indecisive. It's neither good nor bad. I want to see some energy in this candle to move up and break above the 21. I don't know if we got that kind of oomph left in the day here, right? I'll show you why on purpose here in a second. All right, so if it's above the 21 a hair, but if I could jump in right now, it hasn't decisively broke that either. So it can pull back off, as you can see it did. So if I had entered that trade right there at that time, because this candle just doesn't have the energy, right? If I jump in there, I stand a potential of a pullback, right? So I waited. That candle had a little bit more energy on it, right? Right there, bang, $200 in what matter of seconds. Bam, lock that in. Reason I took that is because it's approaching this next one. Can I do the same thing? Well, I'm going to wait here another second, two, and see what this next candle does, if anything. All right, I don't want to just jump in crazily. It's a real tight profit window here, right? Because I got this double top. Now, if this could get enough energy to break on through out of here and get up past these, it's got some upward momentum they can get. Unfortunately, it's the end of the day. Yes, sir.
You're also sitting on the 2 minute. You're on the 1 minute. You're breaking the 55 and hitting that upward trend line up to the 200.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, usually when I scalp, he's pointing out I scalp on a 1 minute. I'm going to leave it on 2 minute just to show you here. All right. So now let's see if I can make me a couple other dollars. There's my stop. I'm going to slide that up. I get a profit. Bang. There's $200. Just locked it in that quick. That's how you do it. Bang. Could I let it run? Yeah, I could. But more than likely, when it gets up to this line on my chart, this white line, it's probably going to pull back on me. So I was just doing 2 quick little scalps there. Grab what I could grab, take my ball, and go home, right? There's $400 I just made on 2 trades that I was only in for literally seconds. Now, that is with 20 contracts. That is quite a large, you have to have quite the large margin account to do that. So don't be so impressed. Don't be impressed with the dollar numbers you see here because they may, well, number one, it's fake money. It's not even real. Now, was trading 20 contracts of gold earlier today. Don't be impressed by that. I just want to show you, it doesn't matter whether it was $200 or $2. This is one way that you can trade and do quick scalps. So, oh man, I can't believe that guy just made $400. Well, number one, it's fake money. Number two, this is a huge margin account requirement. to make that trade, right? Now I could have let it run just like this, right? And I'm going to wait and see if it's going to break and hold above this candle here because I got another little minor level there, right? See that? See how these line up right here? See what happens? It's pulling back. It hasn't broken hold definitively above this double top here, this area right here. So I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait, see what this next, if this next candle holds up there, then I may re-enter the trade again, depending what it looks like. To the upward, I really don't have any big walls until 31.3, which is clear up here, which is this next set of candles. So let me see here what this candle is going to do. It's holding its own here, holding its own. I got 1 second left for the start of the next candle, and there it is. I'm right at the bottom of the or middle of the regression channel there. If I see a little bit here that's going to hold, I might take a quick scalp on this one also. Again, this is fake money, but I still treat it like it's real. I get mad when I lose $50 on fake money because that means I didn't do something right or I held on too long to the trade, right? And it had a chance to pull back on me, right? Yes, and there is no pressure trading with fake money. It's a whole different experience when you got your real money on the line. Just so you know, this is almost $50,000 in margin that I'm trading. I was doing that earlier today, 20 at a time. I actually did it live, well, sort of live in front of our paid members. I was talking through all my trades as I did it live. I didn't realize it was when I was doing it, but that's essentially what I was doing. I wasn't really doing it as a training type of thing. I was just in a trade and I had my mic open and I was talking through it. Matter of fact, one of the members said, "Who's humming?" And it was me. I was I was in a trade. But I kind of talked. I was telling what I saw on the L2 that I wanted and what I was waiting for right there. Right there's $1,000. I'm going to take that. It's just this time of the day. I'm not going to play around, right? I'm going to lock in my profit, especially because if I hold this and it goes down a point, that's a $2,000 loss if I let it go one whole point down. So you can see why I don't want to really have a pullback. It could be very, very costly to do so, especially when you're trading 20 contracts. And again, to trade this much, you pretty much got to have 50 grand margin, okay, to do this. But again, it's fake money. It doesn't really, you're right. Whatever, I can't see, Ganola. It's a totally different experience trading fake money. When you go to real money, certain body parts of yours are going to pucker when you start trading your real money. It's a totally different experience. Everybody here has experienced it. If you think I'm kidding, go ahead and ask any of them. They'll tell you the same thing. You break out in sweats, you get nervous, you get scared, you're afraid to enter trades, right? Oh, what if this turns bad, right? Oh, here, I'll let this run because right now we're at a critical level. I want to just show you if this happens, a pullback. Watch, it won't. I'm trying to prove a point if it pulls back because right here's even though I don't have a line on my chart, I can see visually that there's a little minor area here. Right now I'm up $200. Now look at that. That one little tick I was down. Now I'm down 400, right? Again, this is paper trading. It's not real, but when you paper trade, you should trade it just like it's the real thing because it will be someday, right? But you can just see, how much one tick up. Look at that quick. I'm down $1,400, right? That's how that works. It's not because I'm trading 20 contracts. That's why. That's huge, right? But I have a stop loss. The max I can lose is 5 down here. And actually, that's just a little high. I want that down here in case I get a pullback. So now I'm down $1,000. Watch how, if this does happen to go back up and break above this candle, watch how fast the profits shoot up also. So I want you to see this is not all, that little price movement on them that's a large amount. Now you're not going to be trading this amount. You're not going to come in here and be trading 20 contracts, right? E-mini contracts. It's not reality. I can because I've been doing it, right? I've built my account up. So we'll watch how fast the profits grow if this happens to pop. Now, every time it's like taking your car to mechanic, it's making this rattling noise, and he takes out test driving. I didn't hear nothing. So I'm trying to show you something here on purpose. I wanted you to see how fast and how little this candle moves to cause you loss of a lot of money. I'm trying to have it go up and show you profits to the upside. Well, right now it's pulling back anyway. But now I'm down $1,800 just that quick, right? basically the size of one little candle here. So that's why we tell you to get the education first. Don't even fund your account. You need to learn how to do this. It's not just randomly clicking a mouse button and enter a trade and clicking another mouse button and exit a trade and banking all your profits. It's not, does it sound that easy? Well, it is that easy. You can click the enter and you can click the exit, but you better be knowing what you're doing in between, right? Why you're doing what you're doing. That's why we keep emphasizing get the education first. That is how you start, right? You need to understand how all these things work together. What's VWAP do to this trade? What's the 200? What are these other indicators? What about double tops and double bottoms and all that? Now look, just that quick. Now I'm up $800. A minute ago is down 1,800, right? It's a $2,000 price swing in a matter of what, 30 seconds? Now I'm that little bit above. Now I'm up $1,400, right? So these are the things you have to deal with. Now, number one, I don't watch my P&L when I trade, right? I turn these things off, but I do this for so you guys can see this, right? I want you to see in real time how much you can make and how much you can lose in seconds, right? So this is not a video game. This is not something you want to come in and half-ass it, right? You don't want to come in and throw it up against the wall and see if it sticks. You're not going to be driving a Lambo next week. So get that thought out of your mind. This is a get poor quick scheme. It's not a get rich quick scheme, right? You don't know what you're doing. You're going to come in here and blow up your account. Again, that's why we say train more, train less. Don't fund your account until you get to the point where the training's sinking in and you can paper trade consistently and consistently repeat your results before you even go into real money. It's a whole different game. And believe me, it's, well, one member on there, person that joined there said lost $4,000, about puked, right? I had an $8,000 loss one time. I was curled up in a ball for 3 days. Not really, but I was. I mean, it messed me up mentally. I'll tell you that much, right? And coach says, you got 5 minutes to give yourself a pity party and get back at what you need to do. And that means training more if you lose that kind of stuff. So, Esteban, got your hand up.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
Good.
Mark, question, is it easier or faster to buy the contracts on a market or in a bid?
Well, it executes your trade where you tell it to. Market, I do pure market in and out. I don't full round, mainly because that's extra steps for me to do a market order, decide where I want it at and, all that. Because I don't do it, I'm not proficient at it. I know how to do it, right? I place market orders all the time in the pre-market. This things just go here too fast. It's a personal preference. I just assume do market. Does that give you the best fills? Absolutely not, right? To give you the best exits? Absolutely not. But it gets you in and out immediately. That's why I do it. That's the only reason I do that. If you want the best possible fills, then yes, you should do limit orders, right? It'll fill where you want it to fill because you tell it where to fill, right? That's what a limit is. It tells you get in at the best price at this when I click the mouse, right? I don't fool with it. I'm pure market in, pure market out. Am I sacrificing profits? Yes, probably. Now, when it's moving like this, slow, right? You're gonna get just the same amount of good fill. It's when you get these big candles because the volume's so high, right? That's where I may click here on this candle, but it may not fill till up here because of the volume shot up so fast, right? So you're gonna get the best fill they can give you, but it may not be where you clicked at on a large candle that suddenly shoots up, right? These low volume things, yeah, it's limit and the market are going to fill pretty much the same, right? Because it's not really moving all that fast, right?
Right.
So
yeah, my question is because of I've been paper trading and I've been doing as a bid, and so it takes a little bit longer to fill the order. Sometimes I have to. If the candle moves too much either direction, I have to cancel the order, and if it's still to my benefit, I will just re-enter and then eventually will catch the order. But there's been a few times that I've been having to cancel the order because it doesn't fill.
Right.
So,
Exactly. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, right?
right.
But what if it took off, and you missed it by a penny, right? That's the things that tick you off. That's why I do market. I just get in, get out. And right now you can see I'm up $4,800. I did this live, was trading gold live earlier today in front of everybody. I can use my stop and lock in my profits. I'm guaranteed 2,800 if this pulls back. Or I can click this button right now, take 3,800, which I will. Only because it's approaching VWAP. Could I made another few $100s? Yeah. But this is approaching VWAP. It has a tendency to pull back or pause. Now, can I re-enter this trade? Yeah, here's the danger, though. I re-enter this trade. Okay, there I am. Right back in pretty much where I got out, right? So we'll see what happens here. I'm down already, right? This may pull back. It did retrace a little bit, but now, because I jumped back in so quick, right here, my profit potential is really statistically lower because VWAP is right here, right? And everybody knows where VWAP is. It's most likely to, at least if nothing else, come up and hesitate there or totally reject and pull back. So that's why it's just best to sit on your hands as you get, if you're not into trade, don't get into trade like I just did here. And I did that on purpose, right? I show you that the dangers of that. Does that mean this still can't go up there?
What not to do, right?
Yeah, well, no, I do that. I do, right? See, now look at that. See, now I'm down 1,000. People are getting scared here. And the other reason is if you look across here, and I knew this was here, if I pop a line there, not only that, I got a triple top there, a double top at best, right? Triple top. See where these candles peak earlier? Oh, look at that. The wick pretty much stopped there, went through it a little bit, right? You got I'd seen this earlier, so I knew it was there, but you do need to constantly look back just to make sure you know where those levels are at. That is just as of a critical level. And now, of course, VWAP is the strongest indicator, but these double tops, triple tops, double bottoms, triple bottoms, those are a very strong point of resistance and support. So you got to know where those are at. It may very well just reject here and plummet, right? As you can see, just that quick, I was down, $1,200. So I don't want to enter a trade when I know there's a double top here and VWAP's here. It's just best to wait, sit on your hands. If it rejects, I can always play it to the downside, right? I can make money as it drops. Or if it does break through, I can play after it gets away from VWAP, right? So those are all the little things you learn as you go, right? So
yes,
it's best to wait and be patient.
Yeah, when you enter the order and you have the order and it's going on your direction, so to sell your order, you click the X on the order.
On TradingView, you can, yeah.
Okay, but so you won't be able to do that on Weibo?
No, you have to click the sell button to get out.
Oh, okay. I saw that on TradingView, and to me that makes it a lot easier.
Oh, it is. I love trading on TradingView.
Okay.
I do most of my trades now on this. Last couple of days I haven't been. I don't know why. I've just been doing it on Webull. I mean, I don't have any issues with Webull. It gets me in and out of trades just pretty good, right? I like the experience a little better on TradingView, but you don't need to have it. It's not necessary, but I love it. I like the experience. It's better. I have more ways I can use these buttons. I can use these buttons over here if I want to jump in real quick. I have the depth of market thing. It's a price ladder. If you like to do limit orders and those kind of things, I come over here and click, right, and put an order in. There's a limit order right there, right? Boom. That quick, right?
Nice.
I can get out of it if I want to go. If I want to go up here, I want to wait in the weeds down here. Well, there you go. Now it won't fill until it comes down and picks this up, right? If you want to wait for a lower price, right? I can look at my L2. Maybe I see a big wall over here, right? So I can go over here and play that kind of strategy. 330. Well, let's just say it's big or 332. I don't want to buy any more than 332. I can go over here and click 332. If it comes down there, picks me up, and hopefully it'll go back up to the upside because it fills that big order, right? So you can define where you even want to buy at. Well, look at that. It's come right down to that number I just said, right? Now it'll pick my order up and fill it. Hopefully, look, it's going to be a hair short. Come on. I mean, all I got to do is go like that, right? And it fills it, bang, that quick, right? So that's another thing you can do is the benefit of doing the price ladder, the limit order style is I can pick something close to it and just tweak, grab it and just slide it right up to where it's at, right? Might get a hair better fill. That's just too much work for me. I'd like, and look, see, I did that where that wall was at, waited in the weeds price, and now look, it came down, picked that up. The orders are popping back up. Bang, made $600 that quick. Bang.
No, you're positive.
There you go.
That's easy.
I mean, I just took the profit just to prove a point, right? That's a waiting
Right.
into what we call, I don't know, that's one of our members came up with that term, waiting in the weeds. Let the trade come to you and fill, right? Now, the danger of that is, what if it blows down through it? Then you lose money. But you kind of watch, generally, if there's a big wall and it's going to pull down to it, once it fills that, the price will go back up, but not always. So you got to be careful. It's not a guarantee. As that there, I picked that number out by looking at the L2, where that wall was at, where the large set of orders was stacked up, and it comes down, fills that. Hopefully the price goes up, right? So not always, though. It'll go all the way down, too. So in that case, that's how I use that. I don't like using it. Well, I'll tell you why. Part of it's visual. It's, these numbers are pretty small here, right? Be able to see what's going on. And I can go down here and click these buttons. I'm just not, it's not that I don't do limit orders. To me, it's just easier to click one button without having to fiddle fart around here. Would my profit potential be a little higher by doing limit orders? Most certainly they are, right? You will, on a moving market or moving candle, give up some profit by doing a market order or a market sell. Buy or sell, just like that. See how much that candle? I could have clicked this down here, but that candle went up so fast, man, I got filled here, right? So that's the, I don't know if you want to call it the word danger, but that's one of the issues with markets. You're going to get the best price available when that gets there, instead of at a specified price that you said you wanted to buy it at. So
Right.
So yeah,
And so
I don't worry about it. It's not, doesn't seem to be an issue in my profits. Let's put it that way. Right?
Yeah, it doesn't affect your profit.
Right. I mean, I gave up profits doing it, but I think I'm doing okay financially for what you've seen, haven't you?
Oh, absolutely.
There we go. So I'm not too concerned
it's
about
amazing.
losing a few pennies on every trade.
No. It's extremely hard to. You will never be able to catch the tops or the bottom.
Right. But I could do limit orders and tell it exactly where to buy and where to sell. So.
Right. Absolutely.
But I just choose not to do it that way. Some people, that's all they do, and you're probably be better off. I'm a scalper. I'm not wasting my time. The way I view it is wasting my time going over here and trying to hit a specific spot on that price ladder to fill a limit order. Now, it does allow you, this is the fastest way to do it. You can actually do a regular limit order. I can go up here and, hit limit. I can go up here and just do this and pick the price I want. It clearly shows, right? If I want to put one in there, boom, buy it, right? You can do it that way too. That's pretty quick. It's, it's an extra step, but it's fairly quick that way even, right? Even if I didn't pick the right one, right? So I did that as a buy last price. So again, you got to tweak it if you miss it, right? So that's why I don't do that, just because of that reason. If a candle moves by the time you click the button, well, now you're not going to get filled until it gets back to that price, right? There, it filled. It pulled back enough to fill me, right? I just assume personally, it's a personal preference. That's all it is. That's why I don't do that, right? I just rather click these big buttons, market entry, get in market, get out market. You can do it however you like.
When you start trading futures, Mike, will you trade in on TradingView or just Webull?
Webull, straight Webull.
Webull.
This is a recent addition here for me. Only been doing this, a couple months maybe?
Yeah,
I forget when we started it, but yeah.
I remember when you started.
It works good.
Trading,
It's just
trading futures, and you were like just sitting on the couch late in the afternoon and late at night, and then just trading futures on your couch and.
Yep, on my cell phone. Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
You need to know how to do that too. Everybody needs to know how to use their backup device. The worst time to try to figure out your cell phone software is when you need to figure it. When you need to. When your computer blows up, the power goes out on your house, and you got to get out of a trade that's costing you money every second, right?
Oh, I know.
That's how you wreck your account, right? So you need to be proficient, and I would challenge you. I mean, you can sit in front of your desk, your regular computer, but I would challenge you, everybody, to use your cell phone to execute a bunch of trades, spend a whole day trading on nothing but your phone. Now you can sit in front of your computer because it'll show there, right? In your broker's account, you'll be able to see the trade. And that way, if something goes wrong, you get confused on how to use your cell phone, you can always use your desktop one to get out of it. But the worst thing to do is have your desktop burn up when you're in a trade, or lose power for whatever reason, and you don't know how to use your backup device.
Absolutely.
So
A good example was yesterday in the morning. I lost power on my computer, and when it shut down, it closed my widgets for Webull.
yep.
And good thing I wasn't in any trades. I was just looking at the charts. I wasn't in any trade, but I had to open a new window and recreate the widgets because it wasn't there anymore.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's a
but
pain.
yeah,
Always make
absolutely.
sure you save your setups.
Yeah, good thing I had them saved. I asked Bruno, and Bruno was able to help me real quick with that.
Uh-huh.
So
Good.
yes, sir.
Well,
No, I love futures.
oh, I do
Love
too.
futures.
I have no desire to trade anything anymore, and I know how to trade them all. I just love this so much more.
I want to be there one day, Mike. That I said I don't want to trade anything else in futures.
Right. Day by day, $5 to $10 at a time.
Oh, absolutely, yes, sir. And yeah, that's a good point, Mike. I on my paper trading, I've been doing pretty good on my entries, and I'm being positive right after I entry.
Yep.
But I'm staying too long on the trade because I want more.
Right.
And the problem is it goes up, and I'm green, and then it comes back out, and it puts me on red. So especially this last few days, the market and it's been a completely chop.
Yep.
So yeah.
Can't afford to hold and chop, can you?
Oh no, this chop is crazy.
Yep.
For scalping, it's great. It's awesome.
Yep.
But I'm scalping, but trying to turn into the 2-minute EWO.
Right.
Learning the two.
Yeah, I mean, 2-minute EWO strategies is probably the best overall, but it's extremely rough when you're in chop, right? To do that. So that's why you need all types of different ways and strategies of trading to apply to situation. They're all situational, right?
Yep.
I mean, the 2-minute EWO works at chop too, but hopefully it comes out of the chop so you can really make some money, right? But yeah, I mean, there's one thing you have to remember about futures, it's instant cash settlement. So if you got profit and you're trying to build your account, lock it in. You can jump back in right away if you need to, right? If it's still a good trade. So don't sit there and watch your profits evaporate. Lock it in. If it gets up enough and it looks like it's pausing or you're coming up to it, like you see me do. I jumped out before it got to VWAP. Did I jump out a hair too soon for VWAP? Probably. But I know what generally happens. And of course, you can see right here, it did that, right? But that's beside the point. Don't be afraid to lock in your profits because you can turn around and re-enter. You got instant settlement on your monies. So when you see profit, especially, when you're starting out and you need to build your account up, take it, lock it in, re-enter if it's still a good trade.
Absolutely.
That other buck you're going to get, and then it pulls back on you and takes away 10, and it's not worth it, right?
Yeah. No, good thing this is not options that you have to make $3 to make $1.
Right.
So no, this is definitely much better.
Yep. There you go. Well, maybe that's one thing you can practice, paper trading next week is locking in your profits and see how you do with that. Shorter time frames. I mean, you should always let your runners run, but number one, you have to fix that problem. Your decision, and that's part of training experience. When do I get out of a trade, right? There would be no reason to get out of these trades here to the upside, right? Well, there's a little bit of a pullback, but if you trust the coach's indicators, there's nothing here that said to get out of this trade. Well, you see these pullbacks. Well, maybe you want to lock it in and jump back in again, lock it in, But again, every time you do that, you're incurring transaction costs. So, one of the things is trusting your indicators, knowing where your levels are at, using your education and experience to apply to maximize your potential. So, that comes over time. Certain things you just have to experience, right? you can educate somebody and have the intellectual knowledge, but to put that stuff into practice, it's a little harder, easier said than done. So
Right.
you'll get
Absolutely.
there. Just be patient and follow the rules. Maybe next week, practice more locking in your profits as you see them. See
Yes,
how
sir.
that does, right? That'll get you some little scalping experience in the same time, right? But you should let them run as long as possible. So
Absolutely.
as much as you can, says the guy who doesn't do that. So,
It's a,
do as I
they
say,
say,
not as I do.
as I say, not as I do.
Yeah. So, I mean, anyway, hey, thanks for everybody for being here today. It's the top of the hour. Remember, tomorrow is Good Friday.
Now.
That is a holiday. We will not be broadcasting any of our live broadcasts. That includes Coach at 9 to 11, this Futures Education Training Program from 2 to 4, nor will the Aftermarket Show with our lovely host who has a silky voice and is a top-level trainer, and you should seek out daily on the Aftermarket Show at 5 p.m. over on our YouTube channel. She will be there here in 1 hour. That show will start. So head on over there to YouTube and check out our channel, American Dream Trading. So anyway, check out Dawn. Have a good time over there. Totally different show. So anyway, it is Good Friday tomorrow and Easter weekend. I pray that you all have time to get together with the ones you care about, friends, family, whoever, enemies. I don't care who you get together with, that you're able to do that. Or if you're just with you and your significant other, or you're just with yourself, try to enjoy the weekend and recharge your batteries and come back Monday fresh and re-energized. Anybody you do come in contact with this weekend, make sure you try to leave a lasting positive memory with that person. So wish everybody, thank you there. Well, speaking of Dawn, there she is up in the YouTube chat. Wow. Well, thanks for that, Dawn. She said have a fantastic weekend and a happy Easter to everybody. Good. Thank you. Head on over there, 5 o'clock, the Aftermarket Show with Dawn. If you haven't checked that out, I'm telling you, you don't know what you're missing. So anyway, we will return on Monday, as tomorrow's a holiday, and we're going to allow our members and, quite frankly, us moderators take a little rest and relaxation. Will we do it? Probably not, but just because how we're wired. I know I got to write the newsletters, so I mean, that's about 12 hours of work right there I got to do this weekend. But other than that, we hate days off, quite honestly. We love doing this so much. So anyway, have a great weekend, everybody. We will return on Monday, same time, same bat channel, and see ya. Goodbye.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.